Hello everybody, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I'm here with my Twitch audience, and I asked them whether they wanted me to do an Eden run or an Isaac run, and more people asked for Isaac than Eden. So I'm going to do an Isaac run, and I will give you the seed if you want to play along. Hello Kitty. Oh, you're getting Monster Hunter World on Monday, excellent. So if you want to play along, although it is a seller, so be warned, ZSG1GXNB. I had a seed when I was recording Isaac last that had 3 of the same letter and 3 of the same number in it. Not in a row, but in general. Anyway, that's the seed if you want to play along. Also, I'd just like to point out that apparently Valinar has been playing Monster Hunter World for 13.5 hours today, according to my PlayStation, which is next to me and switched on. Just saying, you know, he's not addicted, but it's just a random fact I thought I'd share with you. You're very large. Do you explode when you die? Because if you do, I see it. Oh, he did. Well, that's okay. Don't know why that was deleted. What? Nothing you said was deleted, Magic Bananas. I saw that you said hi. Did the mobile app delete it? That's not really possible. I'm looking at it and it says you've been playing for 13 hours, 34 minutes and 2 seconds. And apropos of nothing, has been playing for 2 hours, 21 seconds. Hell no. Hell yes. I really hope Dunce Cap is not one of the items I need to pick up to fill out my collection. You only turned on your PS4 5 hours ago? You turned it on just after Kurt and I finished playing through the new DLC. I don't think those numbers are adding up. There's something going on here. You said hi YouTube and it deleted hi? Where did you say that though? In Twitch chat? Because I saw you saying hi. This isn't you going full conspiracy theory before the new community guidelines are in, are you? Because there's a lot of people overreacting about those. For the most part, it will not affect people who use Twitch for its intended purpose, let's say. Although I don't want to know, I don't know rather if I want to go down the rabbit hole of talking about Twitch's new community guidelines. They're not in effect yet until, is it the end of the month or the end of the week? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, that's true. You could have had the game open, but the PlayStation was in rest mode if you didn't turn it off. This is the 3rd time today I've had Gluttony in the room where if he does his drop, I can't get it. Not to spoil how many times I've been playing Isaac today. I didn't record any Shadow of the Colossus today because I know that I'm going to finish it whenever I next play it. I really want that. And I like it enough that I don't quite want it to end yet, so I've been kind of putting it off. Rabbit Hole though? Do you mean the song? It's a good song, it's got a good bass line. Hello the whole Roman Empire. I think that if Valinar is telling the truth, then his PS4 is playing Monster Hunter without his knowledge or permission. We're almost certainly going to get hit here, so I'm kind of okay with that, because then Revengefly will murder this thing faster. Yeah, we might not. If he keeps on crushing his own spawns, then we're fine. And something good. HP. Yeah, we'll just take it because hopefully we can trade it away on the next floor. You're glad there's Isaac today because you've been addicted to watching my VODs of it? Nice. Well, there's a lot of past Isaac on YouTube. Most of it was made prior to me being able to stream. I knew that was going to happen. That's okay, we'll still have a 1 in 3 chance. Got a bit unlucky with it being a burning basement and no tinted rocks on floor 1. Yeah, I just need to get rid of the spawner though. think it's got one hit left in it. Yeah, okay, just let Revenge Fly do it. Thank you. The Emperor, there's not a... well, maybe there is a point. Yeah, why not? Ugh. Instant regret, although Revenge Fly is going to get out, but we're very unlikely to get a deal with the devil. Because of this point right here, more so than any other point. Oh. You think it's the age of the session you're in? Oh, so if you join a lobby that's been up for a while, it fudges the numbers. That's possible. I prefer to think it's just proof of your addiction, though. Hello, Fenrir. Ooh, that was nearly. And fire again when you hit the wall, probably? No, you delete it. Fire again. There's not a exact formula to how often the Haunt fires, but you can kind of get a feel for it. Sometimes he tricks you by firing twice really quickly. And those are the times I get hit. Ooh, like almost there. Just wait a minute. Be patient. Definitely just taking the pentagram for damage. Don't be Krampus. Ooh. I think I'm just going to take all of these and not reroll them. Because they're really, really good. And now we're really, really powerful. Only have black hearts, but that's okay. That wasn't worth the reroll. Hello, Supernova. Ooh. I got way too addicted to Isaac that Flik did and went back 6 months ago and watched every episode of it I'd ever done. Good grief. Actually, was it Rydog or Redris did the same thing? I'm very flattered. But I think Isaac does make a good kind of like just background noise game. Don't be a reroll. It is not. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Is this a reroll? This is just reroll the room. It's D20. Yeah. Ooh. It was Redris, rather. I'm pleased to hear this. Actually, with Monster Hunter World doing so well, also apparently now it's sold 7 million copies and is Capcom's fastest selling game of all time. There's a lot of people who are kind of looking at the series like, what's this? And there's some fresh comments on like mostly the 4 Ultimate series, because I think for whatever reason that one did really well SEO wise. 3 Ultimate did okay. I think I don't know what I ballsed up, but I really ballsed up something with double crossing generations. They didn't do particularly well. So they're not getting much, but the 4 Ultimate series seems to be getting a lot of new viewers, because I assume it's people who are interested in Monster Hunter, don't have a PS4 or an Xbox, and want to kill time until... Oh, I'm so glad I did that. And want to kill time until the PC version of World is out. Because there's nothing wrong with going back and either just watching someone play or play for yourself the older ones. As long as you can get past the is graphics really that bad though. It's like we're playing a little Azazel run but without the handicap of having a tiny brimstone beam. Oh, come on now. That's not Eden's Blessing, that's the other one. That's... I don't remember what it is. Purity. Oh, the auras. That's right. Hello, Tony Allen. You've seen all my Isaac and most of my Monster Hunter. That is a lot of... Like, if you added that up, that's gotta be literally thousands of hours, because like I play Isaac relatively slowly, so my average runtime is like 50 minutes. And I've got to have at least 700 Isaac episodes at this point, maybe more. I was kind of hoping it'd be greed, but that's okay. Not really gonna use bombs there. Survivability is the only issue going down. Hello, Sir Night Meow. This is a great run, yeah. Survivability is the only thing that's called into question. Oh, it's a double floor. Oh, hello, Retrovision. Can you go away, please? But damage-wise, wonderful. I don't know if I want to use a pill yet. How's everyone? Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Although I do need some stuff to talk about. I recorded some Isaac today. And I ended up telling a story of, like, I don't often talk about stories where I look like an idiot, but I noticed something and I made myself feel like an idiot, so I told a story about that. I don't want to recount it here because you'll hear it eventually. Ow. But I also brought up in the same thing that if I'm streaming Isaac, then I get to put the blame on you if I don't have anything to talk about. Do have to be a little careful, because this is a good run. Just need to get a little bit of HP. When I say a little, I mean quite a lot. Oh, careful now. What are the chances that that pill's a bad trip? There's enough chance I'm not going to take it. Yeah, now that I know where the secret room is. When is the next episode of Shadow of the Colossus going up? I believe as soon as the stream ends. Because there wasn't one yesterday, right? If there was one yesterday, then it's tomorrow. But there is a few long ones coming. They're not all short now. Sometimes for good reasons, sometimes for bad. The last one was on the 7th. Yeah, then there's one today. It'll be up after the stream. Demon Baby. No. Monstro's Lung. No. I think Clutch Magic Mush. Monstro's Lung would destroy my range and then we really would be playing as Azazel. Plus I'm kind of enjoying not having a run where I have to hold a charge. Mini DLC that I think Monster Hunter World will have. I think now that it's sold 7 million copies, they're going to have a lot more than originally planned. Please stop giving me item rooms filled with enemies. Rotten Baby is wonderful though. Let's go to a shop, see if I can buy a Spirit Heart. Or maybe buy a shop, restock and buy tons of them. BFF, that's Lilith's box of friends, I think, because there's a lot of... Oof, that fire wasn't extinguished, that was close. There's a lot of box items that look very similar to each other. Well, I'll use one bomb, grab some money, double my money, hopefully have enough for the Spirit Heart and BFF. Don't really mind. I know Lilith's box with this setup would be good, but the whole point of playing as Isaac is to have the D6. Because otherwise it is just a better Azazel run or an Eden run at that point. Am I looking forward to any films? I quite like the idea of going to go see Black Panther. Other than that, no. None that I can think of anyway. I have a bunch of films I keep meaning to watch that I have on Blu-ray and DVD that I haven't got around to yet. I'm just debating whether or not to go for the boss, because I have a reroll, but I want to reroll the item room as well. I guess we'll do the bosses first, or we can do the first boss and decide. So this is Chad, obviously, that we're going to get from this. Not sure. Early man? What is early man? I'll be honest, I don't often see film trailers because I don't watch TV. If I ever see a trailer for a movie now, it's usually on Twitch, and it's usually the same ad for the same movie multiple times in one viewing session, and that makes me actively avoid ever wanting to see the movie in question. This run is getting better and better. Thank you, Tony Allen, for 3 months in a row. Well, I got an offer I could not refuse. I mean, totally legitimate offer. Is there any other kind? Claymation from the makers of Wallace and Gromit. Oh. Well, now that you've said that, I'm more interested than I was. Wait. I meant to go into the shop to internalize, is there a battery? No, there is not, because I just did that without thinking. I want to go fight the sin that's on the floor in case it's lust, because I wouldn't mind getting a virus syringe. No, don't come in via there. Although, no. Considering using a bomb, but no. One thing that's bothered me recently, and it is trying to get started as a streamer YouTuber, it seems more difficult than it used to be. I don't know if it's as or any more difficult than it used to be. There's certainly more people trying now, but does that inherently make it harder? I don't know, maybe that does make it harder. I don't think it does, personally. Like, I guess if you want to use an analogy... Oh, this was not what I was expecting. If you were going for a job, it is harder to get the job if there's a lot of people trying for the same job as you. But the difference is on YouTube, lots of people can succeed, and there's still room for more people to succeed. The challenges are probably a little different to what they used to be, but I think there was still challenges. When I first started making videos on YouTube, you couldn't do HD. Both like in terms of when you recorded the game consoles, and also YouTube itself didn't have HD. So quality was an issue back then, and also mics weren't what they were today, so you sound like trash if you spoke. Like, the tools to stream or create videos for a living are better now than they used to be. But everyone aspiring to do it is also much higher. I was going to say this really isn't the place for an inside baseball, but given that I'm not playing Gungeon until that update finally bloody lands, I guess there's not really another place for it. Did I reroll? What was the night room that I ignored again? Monstrous Slug, that's right. Reroll that. A second fly item. I guess that means we're just taking little Chad. If we get Dart Bum, then that's amazing. Thank you, Junior88, for gifting a sub to Soaring Phoenix. It's very generous of you, for both them and me. We need to find Flik's first video. My very first 4 videos are Final Fantasy XI videos, and there's no talking. I didn't start talking until I believe my very first talking video was a DC Universe Online video. Maybe Minecraft was prior to that, but I think that was first. Another XL floor. And thank you, Mega Mike 70 for 4 months in a row. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. You know the real problem with trying to make it as a... Well, not as a streamer. This is more so the YouTube side. To succeed on the YouTube side, like if you look at how I do it, you basically don't do it that way because that's not how you succeed. You do clickbait, you do list videos, you do videos about conspiracies in the gaming industry or whatever industry you choose to be in. Oh, hello. From a damage perspective, this run is taking off. Although I suppose the bad thing about that is everybody who doesn't have a good sense of ethics, let's say, They're already doing that, and now the pool of people who are doing those kind of videos, you know, clickbait, low effort, there's probably too many of them now as well. Top 10 brick walls. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but with YouTube, again, increasing the minimums before you're allowed to monetize your content, that might drive away a certain contingent of people. Like, it might make the pool a little less busy, if we're going to keep on running with the pool analogy. There's going to be a lot less people pissing in it. I wish that my way of doing things on YouTube was more successful, for myself and for others. But if you target more mature, and I think I mean that in the literal sense, not the mental sense. If you target a more mature side, there's not as many of that demographic on YouTube. It is mostly younger people who get easily clickbaited, who like drama, because everything is a drama to them. They think everything is a conspiracy because they're dumb kids. I guess she's probably worth taking. I don't want to fight Mom yet, obviously, because we've got item rooms to find. Could have done it, though. If I get a teleport, I could do it and get boss rush. You have 2-hour VOD you can't cut up. See, that's the thing, like, I like doing long content because that's the kind of content I watch. It's fantastic to listen to while you're playing a game or you're painting 40k miniatures, for instance. I create the kind of content that I like, but that's not what the majority like. The majority like 15-minute videos that are usually a list or clickbait or something similar. Although not all list videos are clickbait. They're low effort, but they're not necessarily clickbait. I mean, if you think about it now, that we're into the Monster Hunter World videos that are all like 1.5 hour to 2 hour long each. I totally understand, and not everybody's going to have the time for them. Even as background noise. Create the kind of content you do want to see. Don't fall to the dark side, no matter how tempting it is. They'll say they have cookies. The cookies are laced with shit. Don't do it. You'll end up hating yourself or your community or the platform. Although if you do get really successful, then I'm sure the money you're earning would make it feel better, but still. Draw 3 cards. Hello, Dystopian Soul. I only watch content I enjoy. That's generally a good way to think about it, yeah. Ooh, that's very, very good as well, from a defensive point of view. Like, this is all ground I've rehashed already in Inside Baseball episodes and whatnot, so I don't know if I want to, like, it comes across as preachy. Because if I say to someone, well, make the content you want to see, if that doesn't work, then no, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe the smart thing to do isn't make the content you want to see. Make the content that people want, even if it's not what you want. Doesn't that make more sense from a business point of view? Like I mentioned, one of my New Year's resolutions to myself was worry a little bit less about trying to please everybody. Just do the stuff you want to do, and if they like it, they like it. If they hate it, they hate it. Like, I know Monster Hunter is not everybody's cup of tea, even with World. I know a lot of people couldn't see past the graphics of the 3DS ones and didn't find it watchable. Like, some people just aren't into it. Being a streamer is easier because you can just do it. It's not easier to do it as a profession. But that is one thing I think I can comfortably preach, because like the way I do YouTube is not the way to be successful. But on Twitch, I feel like going with the ethos of like you get the community that you deserve via the method in which you stream, I think that is entirely 100% correct. And also that there's a massive difference between putting on a show and just live streaming. Don't necessarily have to have the gift of the gab, but you've got to be, I don't know, aware of dead air. Sometimes it's not easy to fill. It's also not easy to be personable sometimes, like if you just had a shitty day, or hell, maybe you have a condition that occasionally makes you be in a great deal of pain. There's a whole bunch of reasons you could be just having a bad day and it can come across in your work, but that's true of any profession. Actually, this is only tangentially connected to what I just said, but I remember a time, my very first job, when I was working in retail. I was working in a bookshop, and one of the managers, he was doing a shift, and not his daughter, but a friend of his daughter's was very ill. So he was having a pretty shit day. And he was soldiering on, but no one told me prior to my shift starting that that was a thing. And a lady who I worked with, who didn't like me very much, kept on getting me to ask him inane questions to piss him off. And I still remember that because I realised that, like, when I'm older and wiser, when I'm not like 16, I realised that that's what she was doing. I didn't keep that job for very long. And I'm pretty sure she had something to do with it. But the point of it is, the manager in question was just having, I don't know what card I want here, was just having a bad day. But she was using that bad day as a manipulation tool to basically shit on me. It says, I'm convinced now, looking back, that that's what happened. Because there was no reason to be like persistently sending me to talk to the manager about inane things when he was having such a terrible day. A normal human being would have empathy and be like, hey, he's having a bad day, just let him do his thing. I don't think we need that, but whatever. Now we have 2 knives. I don't know why it says it's charged permanently, because it's not. All it takes is one bad day, yep. That was, as I say, that was only tangentially. Why is it? But I just got 3 XL floors in a row. Only tangentially connected to what I was talking about, but that just reminded me of that, and I got annoyed at it again. Because I did nothing to the person who didn't like me, but that's the thing. Like, sometimes there's just people who don't like you. You can try and be as amiable as possible. It's just human nature. Sometimes people don't get on. Succubus with the little, or incubus, whichever, with the little baby knife is adorable. That is, it's adorable. He's going to murder someone. To link that back to the original topic, I think especially if you're just starting out streaming or YouTubing, you're probably going to only get like either troll viewers or troll comments. And that can make it hard to stick with it. I guess you've just got to think about it from the perspective of like, well, what have they done? Have they put themselves out there? Have they opened themselves up to criticism from potentially hundreds or thousands of people? Like, they don't have the balls to do that. They hide behind their anonymity and complain at you from the safety of not knowing who they are. That's the way you've got to look at it. Oh, yeah, we should. I was going to say just go, but no, I'd rather get a charge first. Although, actually, that might be happening less now with those new guidelines coming in. I think those guidelines were almost very specifically just meant to, well, one, get rid of the Twitch streamers who make a living watching other Twitch streamers and berating them, and then also the IRL streamers, who, once these new guidelines go into effect, you're not allowed to refer to as titty streamers. So get out of your system now if you do that. There's a tinted rock in here. And 2 more room. Well, actually no, 1 more room, then killing it lives will get the charge. Oh, hello and goodbye, unknown. Sorry, I was on a tangent. What's the change towards IRL streamers? Like, harsher and more evenly spread out rules? Because right now there's a lot of background talk about Twitch not applying rules to everybody fairly. So there's more things about, like, specifically what counts as harassment, what counts as being too lewd for Twitch. Like, for instance, donation goals where you promise to show lewds away from the site. That kind of thing. Wow, Delirium, Hush, Deal with the Devil, and the normal routes all opened up. I will take Guppy's Tail. Even though it is very unlikely. I'm also not fighting Hush, because screw Hush. We might end up going to Delirium depending on how this goes. We'll see. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there. I mean, you can read the Cliff Notes, but they did a big live stream conference about it as well. There's actually more changes coming specifically for IRL streams as well. Honestly, the IRL section was a mistake, in my opinion. Twitch is meant to be about games, not watching people walking around town. And then getting doxxed by their viewers. Because their viewers are 10 and think it's funny. Liberty Cap. I think I'll take Dim Bulb because that means my stats go up if my spacebar item does not have a charge. And we're about to reroll the baggie because it's garbage. Yes, or swatted, etc. Yeah. It's funny, we might get that person killed. What do I think about Doctor? No, you don't understand. Partner Twitch streamers are not to talk about other Twitch streamers in a negative sense. Slander, for instance, etc. That's not in the new guidelines, that's just in the guidelines. I don't need to tell your opinion of another streamer, you can form it for yourself. Now that kind of thing doesn't exist on YouTube necessarily. So, for instance, if you wanted to talk about an asshole like Logan Paul, you could. But then that's just getting into, like, you know, bitching and gossiping, which in itself is a horrible kind of content. I'm trying to think what else was in the community guidelines. Or the new community guidelines. I could get them up on my other monitor actually, but I don't know if I can be bothered. They're general things, they're more precise about like what constitutes harassment and stuff. And also, in cases of harassment where you report it, off-site proof will be considered. Like, for instance, tweets, private messages, etc. As long as you can provide proof. But people were taking that as like, oh, nanny state, they're going to be monitoring everything you're doing. No, that's not what they said. That's not what they said at all. They need to be able to use off-site proof in cases where off-site proof, you know, removes any sense of doubt. Sissy Long, like, she loves you. I do try and maintain integrity, yes. For better or worse. Does Dim Bulb work if you don't have an active? I don't believe so, but I don't know for sure. I mostly find Lit Bulb. I think that's a very politically correct way to put it if I round up Redris's comment by saying the character he plays on stream is genuinely entertaining, however in real life he made some very questionable decisions. People scream censorship at any enforcement of rules. It's the internet. That's what they do.
It was worth it!
I don't think I need any of these because I don't think that does anything with the knife. Wait, this is the familiar. We can take that. Thank you, Alexander Sandbringer, for the sub via Twitch Prime. Ow. So, as much as people, I imagine most people would take the stance of being, or having good integrity rather. It's one thing to say it and one thing to actually do it, or a different thing to do it rather. Oh, I should have went back, I've got a charge. This way? Nope. Well, maybe this way? Yes. Chocolate milk, 99 bombs, and Aquarius. I mean, I've already got a bunch of... Don't really need any of these. In general, we don't need much because we have Mom's knife, but still, I'm looking for things that make me have more knives if possible. I was sub before, but you keep forgetting to redo it. Yeah, unfortunately, Twitch Prime... Oh, I need that. Twitch Prime does not auto-renew. Ow. I would like many knives, yes. Ooh, does that do anything with the knife? That's the one that makes you, like, fire slower, but you can make them bigger, right? Does that do it? Oh. Well, my range is garbage now. But I do that with my tears. That's strange. Also, my knife shrunk. Not sure if good thing or bad. My damage is still fine. Maybe my mum has subbed somewhere else? No, although she does forget. I remind her. Hey, it's worth however much to me, half of the price. Or half of the price, but it's free for Twitch Prime, but you know what I mean. I think this has made the run better, kinda. Did I just hear Skype?
It was worth it!
I could have sworn I heard Skype. Am I imagining things? Hang on. No, I did hear Skype. Oh, see it later. See, because I wasn't playing Rainbow Six Siege, I didn't know for sure it was Skype because my frames didn't drop to 2. Thank you, Valinar, for 17 months in a row with Twitch Prime. This isn't my resub date. What you doing, Twitch? It's legit my business. What I worry about when these new community guidelines... Wait, is there one there and there's like 2 up here? Yeah. Oh, that's Eden's Blessing. When these new community guidelines come in is that people will wield them as weapons rather than their actual purpose. Like, anytime anybody says anything, a viewer who doesn't like them is going to, like, dismantle what they said or, like, try and take the law into their own hands, in a manner of speaking. It's going to be a rocky time for a little while until things settle down again. It did make the run more interesting, yes. It was a one run with the knife. Not so sure now. It depends how long it takes me to find the boss. And not having a map does not help. God damn it. Yeah, you always have people trying to game the system. One of the genuine worries I saw is that in the new rules, the way it's worded, you are responsible for how your community acts elsewhere. So people were theorizing, oh, what if someone plays the long con and becomes a really good fan of somebody, and then 2 months down the line just goes into a different chat and just says horrible, horrible racist things. just a long con to get the original streamer in trouble. It's like, if someone hates somebody enough, they'll do that. But I would hope any kind of system from Twitch would have the due diligence to spot something like that. And also, just because you're responsible for your community doesn't mean you're culpable for them. And again, that also strengthens the fact that you should really worry about the type of community you have. Act like a good person and chances are you'll get it. I don't know if I want to do Delirium, because I worry about my HP, but I think I'm still going to do it and we'll probably end up dying, but whatever. Because I'm still not off of this subject about this, but I've always preached that you'll get the community you deserve. So if you're looking at your community and thinking, my god, my community's shit, then you deserve it. And by the way, my general opinion of my community is that you're all pretty awesome. Every so often there's like a random who'll come across one of my videos and they might be assholes, but anyone who's stuck around, you wouldn't have stuck around this long. Unless you're playing a super long con, I suppose. And whether you've been here for a week, a month, or years. If you've stuck around because you like what I do, then that probably means we're similar people on some level. Similar interests in games, similar ethics, similar beliefs, whatever you want to, whatever measure you want to use. No, we don't need fish head. Cor, did you just hear your Twitter? See, I deserve that as well on some level. That will actually kick in, and I am worried about my HP, so I think I should take this. Because my damage isn't really the issue. Is it really hurting, though? Ow. That was a guaranteed damage room because of the fire rate of the doppelganger. If you go in with your weapon primed, that is. Which every player would. Especially if you have Mom's Knife. Nope. Oh, I should have picked up first for progress towards Bookworm, but that's alright. Now you have the urge to sing Everything is Awesome. I've never seen the Lego Movie outside of the Cinema Sins video on it. I know the song. I haven't heard it, but I know of it. That's another thing. I know in general you lot are not the sort to, for instance, like go into some other streamer's chat and harass them. You just would not be that type of people, because if you were that type of people you wouldn't have stuck around. Because I actively condone that constantly. That type of people, anyway. That type of person? Person, yeah. Oh, there's a first spirit heart in about 5 floors. Ooh! What the hell? Why didn't that hit me? I mean, I course corrected twice accidentally and it didn't hit. I don't think there's much of an audience on Twitch for like schadenfreude watching. You know what I mean? Like you watch someone because you actively don't like them and you want to see them fail. There probably is a little bit of that, but I can't imagine that it's enough to, for instance, sustain the person. At least not these days when there's so many good options. Ooh, that was close. I am desperate enough for some hearts that I will blow these up. Wait, is there a 6 million item pack too? Ooh. Well, in that case, there's going to be a 7 million one now then, or there will be in the future. No two people who you really enjoy watching on YouTube, but they're really boring on Twitch. Chris B, my monitor. My monitor? My moderator, you can tell me. Is one of them me? I feel like that should have been an item because it's a dark room. Yes, I am extremely boring. I thought so. That just makes it easier to fall asleep to my wonderful voice. And incidentally, there is nothing wrong with constructive criticism. That is not against the rules on Twitch or YouTube. Now granted, someone can hear constructive criticism and still choose to not do what you've asked, and as long as you're okay with that, then again, everything is kosher. The line is kind of drawn when it just becomes bitching or slander. More so than anything else. This can sometimes happen if you're spineless and surrounded by vacuous friends. But thankfully none of us are. The court just his Twitter again. You just woke up from a nap. Well, get ready to go back down for another. I just realized that could sound super sinister depending on the context. You just woke up, huh? Get ready to get put back to sleep. That gives you HP, right? I don't think I want that. Definitely don't want that. Cart, stop harassing my moderator. Especially the one moderator who, for whatever reason, is never mentioned in the moderator section of the end credits of the streams. To this day, I don't know why. It mentions Nightbot. It mentions Soulfood if he's here and never says anything, yet it doesn't ever mention Crispy for whatever reason. Actually, I wonder if his name is over the character limit. That's what it could be. It'd be a very small... Ooh, does that mean my knife go through the screen? Oh. Stop that, Delirium. It makes my tear do it, but my knife isn't powerful enough. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Crispy is a figment of my imagination. If that was true, then you wouldn't be getting timed out every time you tried to throw your Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, I got a comment on which video was it? It was a video where I think maybe it was a Monster Hunter one where I showed my PS4 dashboard. It's like, oh, that's your name? I had no idea. And I was like, oh no. And like they made it sound like they'd had like some private insight into my life now that they knew my name. And I looked at that and was like, oh no, I replied to them actually. I said, I guess you just don't follow me on Twitter then, because there's like a few thousand people over there who know my name. Please stop teleporting me. At this point, I guess. We've got an army of followers. So knowing someone's full name isn't a big deal. Especially when you've got such a... Oh, there's 2 rerolls in here, goddammit. Especially when you've got a fairly generic one. That's right, my name is John Smith. Esquire, Senior, Junior. It's a very complicated family tree. I am so glad I came in here if these are all items. Oh, never mind. Got my hopes up there. 2 of clubs. I'll let Bumfriend get the bloody money. Yeah, Valinar and Dracovian are the same person. That's different. Wait. Was that a Tinted Rock? No. using that question mark pill gave me Curse of the Maze, didn't it? Damn you! That didn't blow up the fires? Yeah, there's a lot of red hearts. It'd be nice if I could do something with them. Oh, during the delirium fight, I should definitely fill the floor with hot bombs. Just so there's fire everywhere for him to teleport onto. Which one is that again? That's, oh, that's like Fat Chub or something, right? Yeah, Big Chubby. Chub Chub. Chub Chub want devour. Thank you, Chris71199 for the sub via Twitch Prime. Yeah, he does lots of damage, but he's super slow. I don't want to sit here and play this. It'll take too long. You figured it out. I'm glad you did. Thank you for the support. That's another thing. If you garner a nice community, then they're more likely to want to see you do more, and as a result, they support you. If you have a community that hates you, or watches you out of spite, or again, schadenfreude or whatever, they're much less likely to actually support what you're doing. It's like when DSP was big on YouTube. It wasn't his channel that got the success, it was people making montages of him being terrible at games. Well, we know it's one of these two. I guess I would want to fight the one that's not Delirium first, so I'm going to place my bet that the left one is not him. No, wait. Yeah. Okay, got it right. For a change. Pay to play or pay to whatever. Don't want it. Don't want the belly button. Did I leave batteries? Yes, I did. Yes. Okay, Delirium is going to be a bit of a pain because we don't have many hits in us and we don't have good range. You subscribe to steal all the Odo gems in Monster Hunter. Well, that's unfortunate because they're mine. Then maybe some for Valinar as well, if he's particularly good this Christmas. I think maybe even just shooting the tears is actually doing more than enough damage. I don't need to worry about the knife. Oh, Revenge Fly is going to get you as soon as it finds you. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Revenge Fly, get him! No, Isaac. Oh, invincibility. Thank you. Oh, I forgot we had the wafer. We're totally fine. God, I was like, oh, I've only got like 8 hits in me. No, it's like 16. We're totally fine. We were never in any danger. I totally forgot. Someone took the name Krispy Kreme, so that's why it had to be Krispy Kreme Pones. Well, either way, for the YouTube side, that's that run done. It's actually the 3rd time I've beaten Delirium in a row. Alright, we don't need to see the domestic abuse ending. For the people watching after the fact on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time, either solo or on stream. Until then, ta-ta for now.